Today we're talking to James Gray at Melbourne Park, following Saints' 2-1 defeat away to Chelmsford City, our 6th league game of the season, our 5th defeat. Bit of good news here, Jim. After a little bit of wait of 390 minutes, we've got our 200th league goal under you and Graham. But I suspect the celebration has been muted after those 2 goals for Chelmsford. It gives us our worst start after 6 games of the season.
Yeah, 2 cheap goals to give away again, and it's sort of sounding like a broken record at the minute. We did enough in that game. To go in 1-0 down at half time was a massive sucker punch, because I thought we weren't brilliant. I thought we were the better side in the first half, and we had a few created half chances, and we moved the ball quite well and got in behind a couple of times. But to concede that, it's uncharacteristic for Gailey, but mistakes happen. But at the minute, when you're down where you are, like we are, everything seems to be going against you, and to go in 1-0 down, the lads needed a good pick-me-up. But we came out again, we tried to force the issue. We had a couple of forced substitutions that we had to make early on as well, which didn't help the shape and disrupted us a little bit. But I thought we got going and got back into the game at 1-1, and then the second goal will be. It's just criminal to give away. We look like we're going to be bearing down with them. With Billy Medlock's got the ball, all of a sudden we've lost it. We slipped, and the guy goes down the other end and puts it in 2-1. And these things are going against us, and it's tough to take at the minute.
When you're down in the position we are, it's difficult to knock the opposition, but I thought Chelmsford were probably the most unimpressive side we played this season. The 2 goals they got, the only 2 shots out on target, so defensively it's another good day for us, although it was an error, of course, that led to the goals.
Yeah, I think we've been alright defensively, and today we looked a little bit brighter forward. You come away to places that are established Conference South side. They're quite a big physical side, and they've got bags and bags of experience. They've got a little bit of youth coming in there from, I think, West Ham and things like that. So I won't say they were a bad side. They're a good side, and they'll take points off teams this season. But I'm more concerned with us at the minute, Dave, and we're in a massive slump. The players they're in good spirits. Myself and Graham were in good spirits, but there's things in games that just keep constantly going against us, and it's them things that knock the lads' confidence. But that's such as football. We've got a game in less than 36 hours at Melbourne Park against Hemel, which is a local derby, and we just need a bit of a spark, a little bit of luck to go our way, and I'm sure we'll be all right, because I saw enough positives today that if we do get it right, I think there's certain players within that we've watched now for 3 or 4, 5, 6 games, and you start questioning whether they're going to be up to doing a job at this level for us. But we need to stick together, get through Monday, hopefully try and pick up the result, and see where it takes us from there. But I'm sure as soon as we get a little bit of a spark and a catalyst to get us going, I've seen enough again today that we're not far off, but we are lacking and a little bit short, to be fair.
Certainly were spells today. I think it's probably most encouraging where we dominated play, but certainly we had the better of it, and the run up to their second goal, we just got level. 4 minutes later, they're back in front. You took Billy Medlock off not long after that. He's a tricky little player because he's buzzing around all the time. It looked from where we were as our attacking threat. Nothing happened after that, whether Simon and Theophanis didn't work together too well, but it just went a bit flat up front.
Yeah, I can probably agree with that. I think we wanted Tom on there for his physical presence and try and get Theo in off him. Theo worked so hard first off on his own up there, really, that we knew that the game would open up a little bit and try and get some space where we could free up Theo a little bit rather than him being shackled with 2 centre halves. In hindsight's a brilliant thing, but I don't think that really altered us too much. We just ran out of character, really, because it's a sucker punch again. The second goal, when we're on top, the lads' heads have gone, and we need more characters in there. And today we were lacking that again, and I just think there may be something that we have to do to try and change that around. And I'm working on a few things behind the scenes, but you can't just buy these kind of players that can come in and have that nitty-gritty sort of character about them. But we're definitely lacking something. But it's not massive, it's not miles away, it's just something that me and Graham need to put our finger on and try and turn around. But it's not easy in the market we're having to work in at the minute.
We had our second look at Gus Sale when he came off the bench, and our first look at Kevin Crans. He's with pro clubs when he was younger, still only 22 now. Not much known of him over the last couple of years.
No, he hasn't done a lot over the last couple. He's been trialling here and there. He was at Bristol City his last team. So yeah, he came in training and looked really sharp in the week. I saw bright bits from him today, but he's trying to get a formation and a position for him at the minute. And obviously we keep getting these niggly little injuries, and another 2 sort of gone down today with Scotty Thomas and Luke Allen again. So we're trying to bolster the squad and bring in what we need, what we think we can, not what we need, but what's available to us at the minute. But like I said, Dave, it's hard to be too upbeat because it's a bad run we're in, but it's there for all to see that there is something missing, and as soon as we get that right, then we won't be too far off. But we need to do it, and we need a spark on Monday in a local derby, and the lads need to really bring their A game. And I'm full of confidence going into it. You know, these things set back, but I don't sulk about anything. I'll have a drink tonight. I'll mull it all over in my mind. I'll speak to Graham, who's been down to watch Hemel today, and I'll come up with a game plan that we're going to try and get the full 3 points. And I'm sure once we get our first 3 points, the lads' confidence will start flying.
Luke Allen, presumably it's his ankle again.
Yeah, he had a warm up. I think he was fine during the game until he went up for a header, and it looked like he must have come down and landed maybe an impact on it a little bit, and he's probably got a little tweak, but probably nothing serious. And he was a bright spark, you know, in the first half. He had good legs about him, energy, and he was working hard. So that was a forced change that we didn't really want to have to make at the time. But I'm sure if we can ice it off, and may not be ready for Monday, but I don't think it'll be too long.
And Scott Thomas's injury?
Yeah, I think he's got a knee into the sort of hip area. It's a bit like a dead leg, but sort of higher up around his hip. So, don't know. We'll have to see how he ices it off over the next couple of days, and we'll see how he is for Monday. But it's one of them things. If we need to change it, we have to change. We've got to work with what we've got and work within our squad system. So, Gus came in there and done quite well, and Kevin Kranz did okay for us. We need something. We need something fast.
So we look forward to Monday, 3 o'clock kick-off. We struggled a bit against Hemel in recent years, and also you've got a couple more injuries today. Your options possibly a bit limited.
Yeah, they are limited, but like I say, it is what it is. I'm not going to sulk about it. I'm not going to make excuses. We've got a squad of players that we've put together. I think we're playing really within ourselves at the minute, and some of the players that we have brought in need to step up to the plate. Some of the senior players that we've already got here need to step up to the plate. Cut out the individual errors. Try and create a little bit more. Try and take a few more chances, because we had 3 or 4 chances first half, especially where we didn't work the keeper enough, or the keeper made some good saves as well, to be fair. But it's not easy. We need to keep going. We need to keep our heads up. We can't sulk. We can't be withdrawn. We need to go again. And what a great opportunity Monday afternoon at Hemel. You know, against Hemel at home. If we can get the spark and get the 3 points with the fans right behind us, then it could be the season sort of changer for us. But it's not easy. But this league's never easy, and every side you come up against in this league at the minute is a tough opposition, and it'll be no different on Monday for us.
Losing or getting in a losing run is hard enough, but when you're just not scoring goals, it really is difficult to see a way out.
Well, it is, yeah, of course it is. But football has a habit of just strange results turning up, and next thing you know, you have 3 shots in the game, and all 3 of them going to goal, like Chelmsford did today. They've not really tested Welshie too much. The defence have done well, but you need a little bit of luck as well in football. But you make your own luck. You create chances, and you keep sort of bearing down on goal, then goals will come. I've seen enough from us to know that Theo's going to score goals. He's scored 2 already this season in a struggling side. I'm working on something behind the scenes that may happen next week, and could be another game changer for us. But we have what we've got at the minute, Dave, and I don't see any problem with us getting the system right and performing and getting the 3 points on Monday, which, like I say, will really kick our season off.
We could help ourselves with better delivery from corners. The corner count was 6-1 in our favour today, and we didn't really make the most of them.
No, well, I don't know, players today think that they have to do sort of in-step whippy corners, whereas back in my day it used to be stick it in an area and let the players go and attack the ball. And I keep saying to the boys that they can take all their Adidas boots off, and they can stick the white bandage thing off around the wrist and the earrings in the ears. We're not professional footballers, and we're nitty-gritty footballers. Stick things in an area and let the boys do it. But to be fair, even when that's happened, we haven't had enough leaders and enough people wanting to die for the cause in there, which is my biggest frustration, because I see balls in there and I think, I wish I could be attacking them myself. I'm not going to keep harping on, but I've asked our boys to really attack things and try and force something out of people. But we've had long throw-ins in there, the ball's milling around, and it always seems to be them that stick in the head on it. We need to be better. We've got to get better. Can't keep harping on about it. Can't keep coming here and start making excuses. We're all under the cosh, yeah, and like I say, but I feel under the cosh myself because of the run we're in. We took over the club obviously a long time back now in a similar position, and we've had a lot of success since, but now things are going bad. I need to find a way to make things right, and it's hard, but I'm sure that given time we will turn it around, and hopefully the players that we brought in can show their worth, and we can get going again.
Ben Ben Martin was on the pitch before the game, but he wasn't in the squad. Was saving him for Monday, or was there a slight knock?
Yeah, there may be something in that. He has not a slight knock. He's a little bit tight, and obviously we need to try and keep a couple of players fresh for Monday. I will probably change it around a little bit, and Benny could well be in line to be coming in. We'll have to see how things are. But we've got another game plan and another system that we'll try and deploy on Monday to try and get the 3 points against Hemel, because if we can do that, I know for a fact it's going to be a massive boost for myself and for the boys and for the fans that have travelled down here. We've given them nothing this season so far, and we're 6 games in. We always said we'd look at it after 10 games. If 10 games were in the bottom 3, then you can sort of work out what kind of season it might turn into be. But I still believe that we're a little bit better than that, and once we get going, I think we'll be all right.
Thanks so much then, Jim. Reminder then, Monday, 31st of August, Saints are at home to Hemel Hempstead Town, National League South. Kick-off at Clarence Park at 3 p.m. There will be segregation at Clarence Park for the game, so get there a few minutes early and get yourself a good place at the ground.